Good afternoon, friends. I'm here to talk about the problems that we are facing, the major problem we are facing right now with the generation. That is the education system that we provide right now. So what are the major drawbacks? Like, before going to drawbacks, what are the major advantages? We can see like the memory power has increased, but that's the only thing that we are focusing right now. Only memorize, memorize, memorize. So how did we end up with a system that is taught right now? Like, how did we end up? So what happened was, in 18th century during British rule, the Britishers wanted some servants to work in their factories. So they had this barrier problem, the communication barrier. So in order to overcome that, they called a technician, expert from Britain, and he started to analyze the subjects and the languages in India, and he found out that the languages in India are more powerful than English. So in order to express himself, he told the East India government that this is not possible, their language is way advanced than ours. So what they did is, the East India Company ordered him to create such a education system that only focuses on the thing that has to be done in the factory and nothing else. Like, they were forced to speak English only, like at a basic level. They wouldn't know what is science, what is technology, what is art. That wasn't important for them. The only thing important for them was how to communicate with these workers. So they were taught that kind of English. Like, they wouldn't want a poet to be running around in the factories just singing around with everyone, right? So what they did is, they just created a simple English syllabus that only focused mainly on communication, not high level communication, just basic, like, hi, how are you, what I'm doing, what are you doing. This is the basic thing they wanted to do. So that had like repeated itself, and it's still continuing in the 21st century. So what is happening right now? Like, we look at a 5-year-old kid, we draw a circle on the paper, we ask him, what is this? He might say it's an idli, it's a dosa, it's sun, it's moon. And we take the same paper when we ask a 21-year-old boy or a girl. His answer would be, it's a circle. So it might seem a small thing for you, but behind the scenes is, we have lost the creativity. A small kid of 5-year-old is not bound to any logical reasoning. He's able to think that a small circle might be an idli, it might be a pizza, might be anything. But when it comes to a grown-up or mature person, he starts to put in and fill in his logical and reasoning skills, which might be useful or might not be. So the same thing, if it's put under a microscope of a professional, what he would say is, it's a circle of diameter d, and it has irregularities at these particular points. So the difference is, the children has a high creative mind, and the expert has also a high creative mind in his particular field. So we have created something, like, we have created students who basically are told their entire life, like, this is a circle, it has to be like this, it has to fulfill some of the valid roles, and this is what they have told us. They haven't taught us what is creativity, what is art. Like, even now, when we visit a college or a school, the syllabus is mainly focused on English, physics, chemistry, science, and so, but the periods allocated for arts, sports, games are very negligible. Like, we compare an 8-hour classroom, the 7.5 hours might be full of studying, and the rest 30 minutes is focused on sports and games, co-curricular activities. So every student can't excel at studying, right? Even if you bring Picasso and ask him to do mathematical sums, he might not be able to. But if you are asked to replicate a painting that Picasso has drawn, we might not be able, not even achieve a simple straight line that he has created. So what is the major difference here? He might be, you might say he's born talented, he was raised in such an environment. No, that's not the reason. The reason is he spent a lot of his time in his life trying new things. Like he might try and he might fail. He might learn from that same failure. What went wrong in this picture? What should I do to make this thing better? So this thing has been eliminated totally in our education system. Like when you go to it, when a teacher allocates your homework, he expects perfection from you. He doesn't expect a try, he expects a perfection from you. Like you submit a so-called assignment or something, he looks for the perfection in it, not the attempt. Like you can't be perfect at the first try. That is like the 0.001% of the whole population, not everyone. So our education system has removed the process of trial and error. Like if you want to learn something, you have to try. At one point, you might even fail at that point. But at that point, you will understand a new way of failing. So from learning from your failures, you can create a new method of passing. Thank you everyone. Conclude panna vanchu.